Admiral Yi Sun-sin's battle off the coast of Busan. September 1st, 1952. At the first crow of the rooster, we set sail. By around 8 a.m., we passed Malunde, but strong winds and high waves forced us to row with difficulty until we reached Hwajungumi. There we encountered 5 large Japanese ships. Off the coast of Dadaepo, we found 8 enemy ships, 9 more at Seopyeongpo, and 2 near Jeolleongdo. All the ships were anchored close to the shoreline for safety. The naval commanders of the 3 provinces, along with our generals and Assistant Commander Jong Gyeol, joined forces to destroy all the Japanese ships. We ensured the enemy could not retrieve their supplies or weapons from the ships by burning everything. However, the Japanese soldiers, seeing the might of our forces, fled into the mountains, so we were unable to capture or kill them. After thoroughly searching the area around Jeolleongdo, we found no traces of the enemy. We then sent small boats to scout the Japanese ships stationed off the coast of Busan. The scouts reported that approximately 500 Japanese ships are lined up along the eastern foothills of the harbor, with 4 large ships from the vanguard stationed near Choryangmak. I convened with Won Jun and Yi Aokgi and stated, "If we retreat now without attacking, the enemy will underestimate us." With that, I waved the battle flag, rallying the troops, and led the charge. Commander Jong-un, the Nakdo Manho, Lee Yeonryang, the Turtle Ship Assault Commander, Commander Yi Sun-sin of Bangdap, Kwon Jun, the Deputy Commander of Suncheon, and Shin Ho, the Magistrate of Negan, spearheaded the attack, destroying the 4 vanguard enemy ships. The Japanese soldiers, in panic, jumped into the water and tried to flee to land. Our ships seized the moment, raising flags and beating war drums as they charged forward. About 470 enemy ships were positioned under the eastern hills near Busan Fortress. However, seeing the overwhelming strength and determination of our forces, the Japanese soldiers were too afraid to come out and engage. Our fleet advanced to the enemy's position. The Japanese soldiers who were on the ships, inside the fortress, on the hills, or hiding in caves, climbed up the mountain, carrying guns and bows. From there, they rained bullets and arrows down on us. Our commanders, filled with anger, risked their lives and charged forward. We fired cannons, Jonggunjeon arrows, and iron bullets simultaneously, fighting fiercely throughout the day. As a result, the enemy's morale was significantly crushed, and the combined efforts of the commanders from the 3 provinces destroyed over 100 enemy ships. Many Japanese soldiers were killed by arrows or fled into caves, but due to the focus on destroying their ships, we were unable to take their heads. Our troops considered landing to eliminate the remaining enemy forces, but the Japanese had fortified positions inside and outside the fortress. Additionally, there were many mounted soldiers ready to counterattack. It was deemed too dangerous to disembark onto land. As night fell, staying near the enemy's main camp became too risky, with the possibility of being surrounded by enemy forces from both the front and rear. Therefore, the commanders and I decided to turn our ships around and retreat to Gadeok Island, where we spent the night. There were rumors that the Japanese ships anchored at Yangsan and Gimhae were gradually returning to their homeland. However, it was possible that the weakened enemy forces might regroup and return to Busan. Inside Busan Fortress, the Japanese had built over 100 houses after demolishing the original structures. Outside the fortress, at the foot of the mountains, there were about 300 more houses. Some of the larger houses were elaborately decorated, with stairs and walls resembling the interiors of temple halls. Seeing this sight filled me with deep anger and frustration. September 2nd. We attempted to attack the enemy camp again, intending to burn their stronghold and destroy all their ships. However, The enemy was scattered across multiple locations, and we feared that cutting off their retreat might provoke them into a desperate counterattack. It became clear that a combined assault by both naval and ground forces would be necessary to completely annihilate the enemy. Additionally, strong winds and rough seas had caused our ships to collide, resulting in damage to many vessels. We decided to repair the ships and stock up on provisions while waiting for the enemy to retreat further inland. Once the time was right, we planned to launch a coordinated attack with the Gyeongsang governor and other forces to eliminate the enemy entirely. With this strategy in mind, we reorganized our forces and returned to the main camp to prepare for the next offensive. Admiral Yi Sun-sin's leadership in the battle off the coast of Busan demonstrated his exceptional strategic insight and tactical brilliance. The battle resulted in the destruction of over 100 Japanese ships, significantly weakening their naval strength and disrupting their plans. By burning the enemy ships, Admiral Yi ensured the complete loss of their supplies and resources, while inflicting heavy casualties as many Japanese soldiers were killed or forced to retreat into caves, reducing their fighting capacity. Admiral Yi displayed overwhelming naval power, forcing the remaining 470 Japanese ships near Busan Fortress to retreat to fortified positions out of fear.